welcome to SpotboyE, and thank you so much for talking to us.
Of course, thank you for having me.
Let's start. Let's start from your childhood. What is your childhood all about? You're so active on social media.
Yeah.
You have many followers.
Yeah.
We want to know how is it going now, and how was your childhood?
My childhood was very different. My mother was very strict with me. Academics had to come first. She would put me into a bunch of classes. I always had to like work hard, everything. And then when I grew up to the point where you go out, you have more fun. It was rule. It was like you finish your academics properly. You do well in your studies. You do all of that. Then go out and do whatever you want. Have your fun. Do all of that. That was always like the rule. And so that's what I did. Because if I wanted to go out and have fun, I had to keep my grades up. So I kept my grades up. Everything was great. And then I'd go out and have my fun. And now I've gotten into, I study at New York University. I study film and TV at New York University. So now when I come back, it's great. I have no commitments here right now. So I come here, I do whatever I want. It's a lot of fun. And with social media, I don't even know how that became such a big thing with me. I just went on to, it started off with a site called Ask FM. It used to be really big at one point, and I was like, okay, let me see what all the fuss is about. So I joined it, and Ask FM became really popular at that point. So that by effect came onto my Instagram as well. So the followers from there came on Instagram, and suddenly that built up. And I'm so grateful that all of this has happened. Like I never expected any of this to happen. So yeah, I'm very grateful for it. And my childhood has been pretty normal, except for the fact that like people are watching everything I'm doing. But the fact is, I put it out there for them to see. So I can't complain about that at all.
But tell me, you said your mom was strict.
Yes.
Now, a baby mom being strict is a little difficult to digest.
Of course.
So, what was she strict about? Your timings, your apart from your studies, where are you?
All the time. All the
time.
time. Even last night, I was out last night, just calling. Where are you? When are you coming back? Who are you with? What is happening? Give me your friend's number so I can check on you. Because the thing is, my mother didn't have any rules on her when she was a child. She had no rules, no regulations. And she hated it. She was like, no, you should give me rules. I want rules and regulations. She used to say that to her mother. So, as a mother, she has become what I guess she wanted her mother to be with her. So, she's strict with like in reasonable amounts. Like she won't be like overly strict. It won't be like I'm very good at my academics, I'm doing well at everything, and then at the same time she's like, no, you can't go out tonight. So, since I've come back from New York, which has been only 2 months, she's become a little better with it. Like still she'll message, where are you, are you fine? So I made it a joke almost, like before, every time I had to message her and tell her that I was, okay, I had to send her a message saying, I'm alive. So every half an hour she'll get a message telling her that I was alive. And if I once didn't send her a message, I don't even know how she stayed awake, to be very honest. Because
the timings are different.
No, not New York. New York she's more chill. I'm talking about when I was in Bombay.
Okay.
No, so it was like I have to message her and tell her that I was alive or whatever. And if I missed even one half an hour, like if I was even like 10 minutes late for one update telling her I was alive, I'd get a message. Where are you? All okay? And if I happen to not reply to that, the calls will start. Where are you? If not, then you call my friends. She was strict, but like it worked out well.
So your friends must be saying, "Kya ho gaya?"
No, but still, my friend, when you're a girl, parents are naturally possessive. That's a fact. So yeah, even my friends' parents are very, I guess, protective about them as well. So my mother is also, like, she's not like overbearing in any way, but like she was strictly good amounts.
Does she get worked up when people comment? Now, this is what you have been in the news for since some time.
Of course.
You put up pictures which really are very normal by you, of course.
Yeah.
We stand by those, but the world started commenting on that.
Yeah.
And how did your mother react?
Well, comments, there are two kinds of comments. Some are very nice comments, very sweet people that I see all over the place, always come up to me, tell me, talk to me about how much they like the way I am, the way I behave. So there are people that are great. And then there are people that, of course, have their opinions, which I respect. So basically, there are people that comment and say hurtful things at times. And of course, like I'd be lying if I said, it doesn't hurt from time to time when people, say stuff about you. Of course it hurts. And of course, like I'm impressionable, I'm still relatively young, right? So of course it hurts at times. But the thing is, you have to like outweigh the good and bad. With anything in my life, I see if the positive outweighs the negative. And for me, if the positive didn't outweigh the negative, I'd be off social media. I'd have no reason to be on social media. I'd be like, why am I on here? But the thing is, there are so many lovely people out there. For every one hater, there are 100 people that love me for what I do. So, and the 100 people will pounce on that one hater. So that makes it even better. There'll be one hater that'll say something, and all my followers will come pounce on them in the comments. So, I don't know. I find it very sweet. I handle it very well. My mother, I guess even she understands, like, because she's had to grow up with the same thing. Like, she's always, been under the public eye. And everyone's, very critical. And yeah, so she understands that, like, as long as she knows that, like, I'm fine and I'm strong and I have a thick skin and nothing's getting through to me, and I'm okay, that's all she cares about.
So going back, literally going back, how was it, when this all broke out on the internet? Where exactly were you? What was happening exactly at that time?
When the blog post and everything came out? Okay.
Pictures, and what made you put up those pictures? What was
put up the pictures?
Yeah.
Which pictures?
Your pictures, you put up some pictures which people started commenting on Instagram.
Oh, okay, no, so normally, this wasn't, it was pictures that were commented on. I put up pictures regularly.
Yeah.
For me, it's like, my Instagram is exactly what I am. So, for example, if I'm having sleepover with my friends and all in my night clothes, okay, and like loose baggy t-shirts and pajamas or whatever, and I take a photo and I look nice in the photo, I'll post it.
Yeah.
And at the same time, if tomorrow I go out for lunch and I'm wearing a top and jeans, and I look nice in the photo, I'll post it. At the same time, if I'm on a beach or at a pool and I'm wearing a bikini, and it's a nice photo, I'll post it. It's that same principle. It's not like
double standards.
Yeah, it's not like, oh, I'm at a pool, I'm wearing a bikini, so this photo is nice, but I don't want to like post it because I'm wearing a bikini. No, I look nice. It's a nice photo. I'm adequately covered. There's nothing like, it's not vulgar in any way. So I was like, I'll post it. Of course I'll post it. Like, I wouldn't even think about it for a second. I won't think, oh, maybe I shouldn't, maybe. No, my Instagram is my life, and I feel like it would be dishonest of me to not portray a certain aspect of myself just because I was scared of what a few people here and there would say. I feel like I'd be betraying a certain portion of my fans. Not fans and fans, followers. Every time people say fans, I correct them. I'm so used to them anyway. I'll post pictures as it is. And basically, a lot of those photos were taken, and there was this popular website blog that posts a lot of articles and everything, and they posted an article, very nice article about me saying something like watch out Bollywood or something, Alaya something, and it was a very nice article.
Bollywood, I've seen this.
Correct. Bollywood or you guys or something like that. Are you ready for something like that? Anyway, it was very sweet.
Something like that.
And they were nice, there were photos of me, whatever. And it was all nice. The article was very nice, it was positive, they were like complimenting me, whatever, it was all great. What bothered me was, I saw this article and it was on Facebook, so a lot of my friends like tagged me in the comments. And I remember I was in Goa, because my mom and I have a rule, like for around New Year's time, the week before New Year's Eve, I have to be in Goa with her, and then for New Year's night, I can come back and be here with my friends and everything. So I was in Goa, and it's probably on my last day. I remember someone tagged me in the comments, and I went and I saw the comments. I saw the article. So first I saw the article, and then I went back and I was looking at the other comments, and the comments were like negative. It was stuff like, oh, what good is she? She's all she's doing is showing skin. These kids will achieve anything, like blah blah. And I was like, these people don't know that I've done very well at my academics. They don't know that I attend New York University, which is a very hard place to get into.
Yeah.
They don't know that I'm actually finishing my education. They don't know so many aspects of my life. They don't know that I won national awards for art, international awards for writing. I wrote for Times. There's so many things that I was doing. So, like, I was like, these people don't know that aspect of my life, and they feel like they can. But, like, I respect opinions. Okay? People are like, if you say something to me, I will respect it, and I will give you a very nice, decent reply based on my opinion. But my thing was, if you have to know the entire picture to comment on it.
Yeah, before you lashing out at it without knowing.
So it was just like small stuff like, oh, she's not Bollywood ready, she's porn ready, or like random stuff like that. And I was like, oh, so because I wear a bikini, which is what everyone does anyway, they might not post photos of it, or they might even post photos of it. It's like, just how does wearing a bikini make porn ready and not Bollywood ready? Do you not see Bollywood movies with people wearing bikinis and on the beach? All these great, beautiful actresses, so successful. they wear bikinis, they wear short dresses, they do all of that.
Yeah.
Suddenly, why are they not pondering them? Like, like the comments just confuse me. For me, I respect your comments as long as they make some sense to me. Like, yeah, they make relative amount of sense to me, and this made no sense to me at all.
Over the top.
Yeah, it was like there were just so many, and they were so random, and it was like there was no substance to what they were saying. So I was like, okay, that's it. I have to say something. So I was like, obviously I'm not going to be the type of person that sits and replies to all the comments, and like that's not the kind of person I am. So I was like, okay, let me see. And I had all these things I wanted to say and like put out there. So I was like, okay, what's the most effective way for me to like say this? So I came back, and this was like right before I started getting ready for this New Year's party that I was going for. I started getting ready for it. So I was thinking like that, it was still bothering me, like at the back of my mind.
Right.
I'm used to like throwing stuff out, I'll hear something, I'll hear whatever, and I'll throw it out. Like stuff doesn't usually bother me.
Yeah.
But like this was like sticky with me, because like it was like a kind of a big platform. The website that posted was kind of big, and like there were lots of people that were seeing it. Like
Reaction started pouring in.
yeah, so I was like it got a little overwhelming at one point. So I was like, okay, maybe I will say something. So I typed. I was like, how do I feel? So I sat and I typed out what I thought. And I was like, okay, this is sound good. Yeah, it sounds good. This is very good. Yeah, over like half an hour I typed out my entire thing, and I was like, okay. Then I framed it a little better. And I was like, okay, now where do I post it? I found like a normal Google blog, something to post it on. I posted it. And I posted it on my Instagram. So chalo, okay, done. Went out, had my party, whatever. Next morning I woke up, it was viral. It was everywhere. All these papers covered it, all these websites covered it. It was all over my Facebook timeline. It was very overwhelming to open my Facebook timeline and see myself everywhere, all these different articles, all these different things. And I was like, oh my god, what is happening? But no, and then like right now, recently actually, I went back to the same post where all the protective comments were, and I went onto the post, I clicked on it, and I scrolled down, I looked at all the comments, and they were mainly positive. Like the way it turned around, they were like, no, this girl, good for you, be yourself, whatever. And like even on my blog post, there are such lovely comments, such lovely responses. So yeah, I feel like whatever it was, I said what I had to say, and the people are still gonna have their opinions.
You must tell our audience that what exactly you did.
What exactly?
What exactly did you write?
Oh, it was a long post. And it basically said that it was titled, it was captioned, I am more than my breasts.
Was this entirely yours, or was your mother in it?
My mom was a god whole thing.
Right.
I remember I sent the whole thing to her before I posted it. And I was like, what do you think about this? Like, give me your feedback. Like,
Yeah.
what do you think? And I think she was watching that network or whatever was getting delivered. And I really wanted to post it before New Year's. I was like, New Year's, I'm gonna say what I have to, and then it's my new start.
Yeah.
And the cliche, normal New Year, new beginning type thing. And she didn't know I'm replying in time. So I remember I posted it. And then like a few hours later, she replied back saying, it's so lovely, so proud of you, whatever.
I get it,
like,
but these reactions which are coming were essentially mainly from India, or were you getting reactions from abroad also?
just
Did this happen to you because you are a baby? Because I've seen now Star Kids putting up, old pictures,
yeah.
maybe even older pictures,
Yeah.
and they apparently haven't got their any share of criticism.
Yeah.
Did this happen to you because you are a baby?
Maybe and maybe not. At the same time, the problem isn't why it happened. The fact is that it happened at all. Because even if it happened for whatever reason, like that still doesn't justify it. Like for me, if you are being hateful, you are being hateful.
Yeah.
Like I have never done anything to you. I have never done anything that personally affects your beliefs, your values, and like said or done anything that was hurtful to you. So my thing was, regardless of who I am or where I come from or who's in my family or anything, it was the fact that someone wanted to be hateful. And no matter what it is, I don't.
Even stars are doing it now.
Of course, no. I'm saying it's very normal, very natural.
Do you have any?
No.
Do you have any plans in mind?
About Bollywood, right now I am working on whatever it is I plan to do. I am training. I am doing my best to be the best at whatever it is I plan to do, and what I plan to do will be seen in a few years from now.
So, what's the plan? Are you planning to base there, or do you have plans to shift when your course is over?
No, I'm definitely gonna come back. I'm only continuing on in New York for 1 year more, and then I'm going back to Bombay, finishing my training here, and then I will be ready to take on the world.
How is your equation with your dad? Do you meet him often?
Of course, very often. My equation with my dad is great. I see him very often. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Me and my brother, we go there very often. I brunch with him this Sunday. So no, we meet very often. We have a great equation, good bond. Even when I'm in New York, we talk very often. He calls me all the time. Yeah, we have a great equation. It's all great.
How was it when you were growing up as a child? You were just 6 or 7,
Yeah.
I think, when your parents parted ways.
I was 5.
4 or 5.
Yeah.
So what exactly, how was it? What did it affect you a bit?
Honestly, I was so young that I don't even remember it that well. Like I was old enough to remember, my dad being around the house, but at the same time, like majority of my formative years were where I used to live with my mom on the weekdays and I used to live with my dad on the weekends. It was planned schedule. Weekdays were here, weekends were always there. Like it was like clockwork. So that's how I grew up, and I feel like everyone was so happy in my surroundings. My dad was so happy in his life. My mom was so happy in her life. My brother was so happy in his life. Like everyone was happy. I was happy in my life. The thing was, I never thought, oh, my family's broken, my parents are divorced, I should be a sad child. No, like everyone was so happy. Everyone was so mature about it. Everyone was so friendly about everything. That it was never a problem. Like I never thought of it as a bad thing. Like still in my mind, like the fact that they got divorced isn't like a sad or negative thing in my head. It was like everyone was better for it at the end of the day. So yeah.
Do you miss your granddad? You moved out and
I'm still very good terms with my granddad. Yeah, I see him very often, we meet very often. Yeah, me and my, of course. No, I'm at great terms with my granddad. I'm at great terms with everyone. I don't like fighting with people. I like staying good and clear.
There's one very important burning topic which is going on right now. Like people start commenting on pictures, and there's also something called body shaming.
Yes,
Every
of
actress,
course.
every girl, is being targeted. I would say.
Yeah,
All
of
the time.
course.
What do you say to that? What is
think-
your opinion on that?
I think hate in any form cannot be condoned at all. It's as simple as that. Whether you're body shaming or slut shaming or any type of shaming, it's like they're doing what they're doing. They look how they look. You focus on yourself, work on yourself, make yourself better. Like I don't condone hating of any kind.
Yeah.
Whether it's body shaming, slut shaming, anything. It upsets me so much in the sense that I don't get how people feel the need to sit behind a screen or a phone or anything and say something hurtful.
Yeah.
It's like, why? Has this person done anything to you?
Yeah.
Just if this person's stomach is coming out a little bit, does that mean that they've somehow affected you in your own personal space and you feel the need to go there and tell them how fat they look?
Even I am quite surprised. For all you know, they may be also looking
Exactly.
good or
Oh
equally
my
bad.
god. No, that's what I do. Sometimes when there are negative comments on my photos, I look at them and I'm like, I want to see the person. And I look at their profile and I'll go for them and I'll be like, it's like, just like figure out what kind of people they are, what kind of like backgrounds they have. And like there was one girl that was commenting on the fact that I was posting a bikini photo. And I went to her profile and she had a bikini photo as well. And I was very confused. I was like, what is this double standard? You're hating for the sake of hating. You don't actually.
You should have written back to her.
No, but like I don't. If I don't reply to everyone that says something negative, I'll have no time to do anything else with my life. I'm not about that. Like I have your opinion, and if you go overboard with it, I'll just block you. It's as simple as that. But no, I think no type of hate should be like. Yeah, I feel like any type of shaming is just awful.
Let's take a word outside when you move out.
Yeah.
When you walk on the road, when you go for
Yeah.
go clubbing with your friends in Mumbai or any part of India. How is it here? How do people see a girl and how do people see a girl in New York? Do you think the vision, the way they look at a girl is different abroad?
I feel like each place has its own sentiments, own culture, its own values. Like for example, like I said, like I'll dress appropriately for where I'm going. Like for example, if I'm going to the beach, I will not hesitate to wear a bikini. But at the same time, I'm not going to enter a temple in a crop top and shorts. So I feel like in New York, it's more okay to be roaming around a certain way on the streets. Not that I'm saying okay is the wrong word. It's more openly acceptable. Like people aren't shocked by New York. people roaming around in crop tops and shorts. But in India, at the same time, if you roam around with shorts and a crop top, it's not something that people see their environment on a daily basis. So you have to respect those sentiments as well. As like, I might not agree with it, but I respect it. So with respect to that, like, I will make it a point not to dress a certain way when I'm walking on the streets, for example. Like, or if I'm not anywhere, like if I'm dressed a certain way, I'll make sure, you know, I stay in the car, I go in the car, then I go to wherever I'm going, and then I'll get out of the car. But like, I might not agree with it, but I respect the sentiments each place has. And of course, New York and India are different. They're completely different places, completely different cultural values, completely different belief systems. Everything's so different over there. But that being said, like, both of them are so amazingly different in their own way. Like, I feel like none of them can compete with each other. Like, I could never say this is better than this or this is better than this. They're all so different. I feel like each place has so much to offer of its own that you can't. Yeah, like, I feel like it's great wherever it is, as long as you respect the beliefs and the systems of that place itself.
Coming back to your education,
Yeah.
how frank are you? How open are you with her? Say if you have a boyfriend, if you have somebody with a crush on, do you tell her every part of your life?
I mean, it's not that I feel like I can't tell her. Like, I can tell her anything. She's very, very open, accepting person, whatever. So I can tell her anything about my life. Do I tell her everything about my life? Like, I don't feel the need to go and tell her, like, oh, this is happening in my life, because I'm also a very awkward person. Like, I'm not the type of person to go up to my mother, sit down and say, oh, I have a crush on someone. That for me is awkward. Not because I feel like, oh, my mother will say, oh, you're not allowed to have boyfriends at this age, or no, of course not. But it's just awkward for me. Like, as a person, not because of how she is or I age or anything, so I'm an awkward person. Same way I won't go and sit down with my brother and say, oh, I have a crush on this person. Like, even have to tell my friends and also be awkward about it. Like, I'm generally a little awkward and stuff like that, so like, no, I don't go and tell her, but like, if she asks me, she's like, oh, you know, is there anyone in your life? And there's someone, I'll be like, yeah, I mean.
Do you as a teenager,
Yeah.
you're growing up and even now,
Yeah.
Just 19, do you also advise your mom when she has been in a relationship or when she's feeling down or when she's feeling,
Of course.
how do you also give your opinion to her?
Of course, of course. It's mutual respect, mutual understanding, and all our relationship is very mutual. Like, we both treat each other like an adult. My mom is an adult, but like, she treats me as an adult. No, not friends. My mom was very clear. At the start, that was a child. She said, I love you, I'm always here for you. You can tell me anything. But I'm not your friend, I'm your parent. That doesn't mean that we can't have a great bond, great relationship, but I'm not your friend, which is a very important distinction. You know?
But I think that's
It's like a parent is supposed to be parent, not a friend. They don't see that friends are friends, which I thought was a very nice thing.
you fight with her, there are days when you don't
Of
talk.
course. Of course, like any mother-daughter relationship, of course we fight. The thing is, like, we're the kind of people who fight, close our doors, and then 10 minutes later she'll come to my room and she'll be like, so baby, what do you want for dinner? Like, we're that kind. Like, we'll fight, but like, the love is there. So there's no point in holding on to grudges. You know, we can't, like, we live in the same house, we're in the same environment. Now that I predominantly live in New York, we have very little time here. So, yeah, it's like, we'll fight. We'll voice our opinions. It's impossible, like, for two people that are as opinionated as us, to not say something. And of course, opinions will clash. So, of course, we argue everything, but then it doesn't last at all. Like, we'll fight, and then like 2 minutes later we'll forget it, we'll be perfectly normal.
So coming back to
Yeah.
Bollywood.
Yes.
Tell me, who are the people, have you been in touch with movies there in New York? Do you see all the movies? Who are the actors whom you really look up to?
In Hollywood or Bollywood? Of course, okay. Alaya has impressed me so much this entire time. Stardust Student of the Year, I really liked her Student of the Year as well.
Yeah.
I remember watching it and this is like a fun character. I want to see what this girl does. Then she did like Highway and Urta Punjab, and I was like, this is insane. This girl can, like, the range of roles that she can do, I thought was amazing. Alaya was definitely like out of the new generation that's coming into Bollywood. I think she's definitely tops my list of my favorite people. Then of course there are like the Deepikas and Priyankas and Katrina and the Kala Chashma music video. I saw it recently. She looks amazing. I feel like everyone has their own appeal in their own way. But like Priyanka was like my number one from the start. Ever since I watched like Trish and stuff as a child, I was like, oh, I love this character, I love this woman. Priyanka's always my favorite now. Like she's doing so well even in Hollywood. It's amazing. So I have major respect for that. Deepika, because she's Deepika. How can you not like Deepika?
I'm going to tag all of them in this interview and I hope they apply to this.
Oh,
You're so fond of
sweet.
them.
No,
What
I
about the
admire
male-
them more than anything.
What about the male actors?
Male actors, so Hrithik, because he looks like a Greek god. Then, of course, then there are the Varun Dhawan, Siddharth Malhotras, all great. Yeah, and then, of course, then there are the classics, like Salman Khan and Shah Rukh Khan, like, I love them. I don't know, I feel like it's so hard for me to choose single people that I really like, because I find everyone to be so different. You know, everyone has their own charm and volume, that's the best part about it. Even when you play a certain role, like there's still a hint of that particular actor in the role.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Yeah.
when Salman Khan acts in a movie, there's always, he plays a character great, but there's always an element of Salman. And I love that.
Same
I love
is the
that.
case with Shah Rukh, same is the case with
Exactly.
Kareena Kapoor.
And I
Always
love
is
that,
Kareena
yeah.
Kapoor, always Shah Rukh.
Of course, I love that about Bollywood films. And how can I forget Ranveer Singh? Everything, like I was watching the behind the scenes of one of his movies, and there was some Juniors a music video, and someone was like, while they were talking, they were like, oh, and you know, normally with actors, you have to tell them to give more energy, give more energy, give more
Yeah.
energy, and then
ये तो
they
पहले
were
से ही
like,
दे रहे हैं.
no, they were like, for him, you have to tell him, you know, less energy, and I thought that was amazing.
Yeah.
And the way he behaves, the way he is, the way he dresses, he like doesn't care. He's his own person, he's unapologetic about it, which is what I love. Those are my favorite kind of people, you know, where you do what you want,
Yeah.
and this is how you want, people like you or they don't like you, and I love that. I love
So
his,
just that.
I love, exactly, that's why I like it, you know, like I'll do what I want, people like it, don't like it, that's up to them. So I love that aspect of him, you know, when he's just so unapologetically himself, I love that.
So thank you very much for talking to us.
Of course.
It's been great.
Thank
Thank
you.
you once again.
Thank you for talking.
Thank you.